Hey everyone, good morning. Let me just set up my screen so that I can see what's going on. Make sure everything is fine. Looks okay. Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? Hope everyone's doing okay. Let's get this off the screen. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and go into career. We'll start by doing, the usual thing. And we were on cleaning the Lost City Palace. Let's go into there. Resume. Last week, I streamed for 4 hours as we did the entire outside of this pyramid. I think what we learned from that experience is that 4 hours is too long for me. Because by the end of it, I was completely out of it. I was dead and burned out. I wanted to look at something though. Yeah, this palace pyramid wall isn't done. I think we finished. Did we finish the other side? I thought I saw that when I was kind of looking at the thing. Yeah, this one's done. Oh, you know what it is? It's the entryway. Okay, hang on. Just so that we are getting the same on both sides. Let's go ahead and just clean this out. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing pretty okay. Feel fine. There we go. Now this is done. Yeah, yeah. So I think the entire outside is finished. At least as far as I know. so we can go inside. Yeah, I mean, we did get this entire outside done, and that's cool. That's great. But yeah, it was a long stream, and by the end of it, I was like just completely out of my. I was completely out of it. So that's just too much for me. All right, this is the first time we're going inside, and this is interesting. We have a statue in the middle. Get the little gnome guy down here. Very cool. All right, let's get to it. This entrance wall. So we will be. I will be going through some of the stuff that happened this weekend, just for just to have stuff to talk about, but also because it's interesting. Hopefully, you guys will bear with me as I talk about the usual sort of stuff. There you go. There's a new ding. The entrance wall trim. Okay. Looking good. Let's see. What did I do with the... We're not going to be able to bring that thing inside, and we don't have a ladder, right? I don't remember seeing a ladder. So, I wonder... We're just going to have to look up a lot. Okay. Sorry, guys. I've been struggling. I'm so ready for allergy season to be done. I'm over it. I should go take a Claritin or something. But because this is, it seems like it's been going on forever. I don't know when this is going to be done, but man, I am ready. Ready to be done with it. Let me get some coffee. Okay, entrance wall is mostly done. By mostly, I mean, how come it's not totally done? I don't know. There we go. Use this thing. This is a pretty cool little device. Yeah, I'm not sure how you would get up there without this thing. This seems like it's alright. There we go. Cool, cool. Let's see. Should we get this little column? So yeah, I think in the future I'm going to try to avoid doing 4-hour streams. That's just, it's too much for me. I can't do that. All right, that one's done. Cool. So you say this is done, but I see there must be some sort of thing there. Okay. Oh, this archway. Yeah, let's do this. Or the pillar, I mean. Let's do this pillar. Start with the top. Okay. Looks pretty good. I don't know. Alright. Back to my normal one. Let's get all this. So yeah, is everything okay? I hope everything's okay, guys. Can you guys see? Let me know if the sound is alright and all that sort of stuff. I should probably, hang on just a second. Let me check my, where did it go? Okay, how are we doing? It looks like it's doing alright. Okay. It makes me paranoid. I don't know why. I feel like something's not right. But it seems like everything's going fine. You guys let me know if anything's off. Okay. One thing we will not be talking about today is Destroy All Humans. And the reason why we won't be talking about it is because I finished it last week, which I think I told you guys. It's totally done, and I did not start Destroy All Humans 2 yet. I won't start it for a couple of weeks yet, so... we actually are down a game from what I normally am, so I am looking forward to it, though. I'm quite interested in how that goes. And then I think what's going to happen is once we finish Destroy All Humans 2, I'll stop there, because from my understanding, the remaining games are... I'm not even sure they're available on my platforms, but even if they are, they're apparently not that good, so we won't bother. Okay, why for is this pillar still dirty? What is the problem here, guys? Huh. I don't see an issue. I mean, there's little bits and bobs here and there, but... shouldn't be enough to stop it from dinging. Where's my ding? Well, geez. Don't really understand why this won't finish. Huh. I don't really know what's going on. Why this is not completing. It feels like it should complete. That's very, very strange. I don't know. Oh, hang on. What the hell? There's like a ridge here. Grr. Okay. Alright, let's do this one. Now we know there's a ridge there. Okay, cool, cool. This little triple thing is pretty good. I like it. Although it does tend to leave streaks. So, you know. There is that. Alright. So all in all, I prefer this, but for like places that are way up there that I'm not really going to bring, I don't really have a ladder, so that little triple sprayer is going to be pretty good for that, those high places that I really can't reach with this thing. All right. Cool, cool. Pillar's just about done. And that should take care of that. Why is it not dinging? There you go. One clean pillar. Nice. We made it to 38%. This atrium floor, does this go all the way back in here? Yeah, it sure does. Yikes. I mean, we could do that, I suppose. I suppose it's a thing we could do. So, I assume there's higher floors because there was an entrance. There are entranceways on the side. Yeah, I can see them from here. I don't know how many there are. I don't see anything further up, but that doesn't mean anything. It could be. Oh, we knocked over our gnome. Boo. What if I could use a bigger... I mean, I could. Have to go over it several times, though. I don't know if that's faster or not. Probably not. It's leaving streaks. I don't like it. No, sir. Okay. Take that trim. There we go. And this wall. Since I did the other side, I might as well do this one. So, just a second. Hang on a second here, gang. I'm going to check something real fast. Just to make sure. Okay, yeah, we're good. Cool, cool. Okay. Okay. We'll also get this little pillar thing. I think I did the other side. Right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. That all looks good. It's not so much. That's done. Yeah, that thing where my mouse gets stuck sometimes. That's done. So what's up with this wall? Okay, well, what's your deal? Why are you being a pain? Why are you being a pain? Is that what this is? Yeah. Alright, my man. This one's done. Why are you being a nuisance? Huh. Seem to be getting a lot of this kind of thing happening, where I can't figure out why it's not working. This is all entrance wall. Is there stuff up there? There's got to be something I'm missing. It goes up to this little thing right here. Includes all of this, right? No, that's the mosaic, which is done. So it's just this. Well, then what is the issue? Is it this? Boy, you're being a giant pain in my ass. What's the deal? What is happening? I don't see the... Yeah. Okay. There it went. There it went for no reason. All right. Let's do the ceiling, I guess. Why not? Get the entrance completely done. Cool, cool. Wishy, that statue is of you, right? Is it? I don't. What statue are we talking about? The statue here? How does it feel to be worshipped as a god by an ancient underwater civilization destroyed thousands of years before your birth? A little odd. You mean that statue? I don't think that's of me, dude. I think you are mistaken. So this goes to there. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's get it up to there. We can at least get this entrance done. It's kind of splotchy, for sure, but it's alright. The problem with splotchy is that when I get to the end, it's gonna not be done. Unless it dings right now. Oh, there we go, look. Nice. Alright, man. Atrium floor. You know what? I need a spot for the gnome. Come here. Can I flip you? I can't rotate you. Why don't you just stand up, my dude? Can I stand you up? No. Boo! Well, I guess you're gonna lie right there then. Okay. Made it to 41%. I mean, we're closing in on halfway done. I figure this will take another, at least one more episode after this, before we're done. How are we doing? So let's talk about God of War for a minute. I was actually super pleased with God of War today, or yesterday, I should say, I suppose, because we finished Muspelheim, or at least the Muspelheim challenges anyway. I shouldn't say we finished Muspelheim because it still has stuff in there that's not 100%, but the challenges are done. When I did last week's episode, I said we were going to spend one episode doing Muspelheim and then we were going to go back to the story. But I enjoyed Muspelheim so much that I wanted to go back in and finish it, because we didn't have time to finish it last week. And so I did it this week, and yep, totally done. 100%. That's pretty big, because that's a challenge map. Or those are challenge maps, and challenge maps are always difficult to get through. And I got some good stuff out of it. Nice armor. Dropped my defense quite a bit, but that's because I was like, I had like 600, over 600 defense at one point. I mean, just had Kratos as a tank, but he had pretty lousy vitality and strength. So I wasn't too displeased. I mean, we picked up. I think my defense dropped to like, I don't really remember, like 400 or so, and then my strength went up to like 300. My vitality's up high, and I've got some really nice. This particular armor has 40% damage reduction, so any hit I take is like 40% reduced. So that's not terrible, you know. That's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, this looks pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, even though my defense went down by quite a lot, I mean, with that kind of damage reduction, can't really argue with that. And that's passive. I don't need to do anything for that to work. It just works. So... What if I should try using this? Eh, that's too streak. The thing about that, when it's close up, it's just like streaks, and then you have to go back over it again. It's just, I don't know. That's good for like far distances, but I don't know if it's too good for close up stuff. This floor is going to take me a minute though. I can see, because it goes all the way back. That's fine. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday for God of War. I just did Muspelheim. There's nothing else to do. It took me about an hour. Completely finished. 15 out of 15 challenges done. So, although technically it's more than 15 because it's 15 unique challenges, but you have to repeat some to unlock like the later ones. So we had to repeat stuff more than once, but it's fine. It was fine. It's no big deal. So I did it. And there wasn't too much failure. I think I had to repeat a couple of them twice. Or like I failed like the first time and had to redo it. But nothing more than 2 times. And that was like just a couple of them out of I think we did a total of 12 challenges yesterday. That should be right. In order to get the last 4 challenges, and then you had to do the unlocks, which are two unlocks per challenge, so that's 3 challenges per, and there were 4 of them, so there's 12 altogether. If that makes sense. So, yeah. I did 12. I had to repeat a couple more than once. Just a couple, though. Overall, it was pretty okay. I think I was level, like upper level 7, which is probably a little high for Muspelheim, I guess. Which doesn't bother me in the slightest. Like, I'm totally cool with being over leveled to do challenge rooms. Doesn't bother me at all. I don't feel like I need to do them, you know. I'll do them at the level they're supposed to be done at if I have to, but if I'm over leveled, no big deal. I'm okay with that. So yeah, God of War went pretty well. No complaints about God of War. Here, we'll get this trim as well. Okay. Hey, we just dinged that. Nice. So Dragon Ball, talk about Dragon Ball. As pleased as I was with God of War, I was less pleased with Dragon Ball. My goal with Dragon Ball was to complete the first DLC. Totally finished. And so I was working on it and grinded my characters up to level 250. We did, we had to do some level up training and got to 250. 250 is apparently the cap on that first DLC. And then I did the last sub-story. So did that. All good. Took a minute. A couple of fights, but no big deal. So I did that. And then the last thing to do is to defeat Lord Beerus, who's the main, not really, sort of the antagonist, I guess, who is also level 250. You have to do it with each of your characters, once with Goku, once with Vegeta. And so we're each level 250. Well, it turns out he has about 250 million health, and you have about 30 million health, 30, 35, something like that. So he's like at, what's like 8 times your health. And here's the kicker. You can't use items in that battle, which means no healing. So basically, you can never get hit, because if he hits you, he's going to rip half your health off in one shot. Meanwhile, you can only whittle him down. So, whoa, hey, stop. I've lost control of my character. What's going on? What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. We just suddenly started moving. I think we just malfunctioned somewhere. Okay. Yeah, so that was kind of annoying, and I ended up not doing it because I tried it a couple of times, but it's complete BS. I don't even want to do stuff like that. It's like he's spamming power attacks the whole time, right? Which I don't love in the first place. But it would be fine if I could heal and do that. But no, they don't let you heal. So he's gonna kill you. Like I said, he's got like 8 times your hit points. So I don't know. It's not my favorite thing. I'll come back to it. Like I'll do the second DLC, which I think caps at 300. And when I get to 300, I'll come back to the 250 one and try and do it. But that kind of thing just, it does not. That's not really interesting to me. That kind of nonsense. So this trim is done, I guess. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, we're back on the floor. So that was kind of annoying. I finished the DLC except for that. That last fight that you have to do twice. So it's done-ish. But I will have to go back to it. So annoying. On the good side with that DLC, though, I will say, I don't know if you guys have started seeing it yet or not. You probably have. But you get all that water, which is basically the level up item. Like it levels you. You can speed through the levels. So you're not grinding. You're still grinding, but it's not as bad as like regular grinding. You do have the water. But it only goes up to, each level of water only goes up to a certain level. So what I ended up with is a bunch of water that I couldn't use because both my characters had out-leveled that particular water type. But I still have them, and I can use them on other characters, in fact. So I have lots and lots of level-up stuff that I could use for other characters. So it'll reduce the amount of grinding that I'm going to have to do later on, because I know there's stuff with Trunks that's coming up, I think in DLC 3, and I'm sure they'll want you to be leveled up for that, so. But I have plenty of water that I can level him up with. And if I need to get more, I can. It's super easy to get more. Just have to, there's no limit to the number of times you can do the level up training, so I can get plenty of that water. It's no big deal if I need to. if that's the way I want to level up some of my characters. I don't really need to level them up, to be honest. I mean, I could do the training stuff, I suppose, but I really should, I suppose, do the training stuff because, I don't know, is that part of 100%? I suppose it is. How's this floor going? We're like halfway through it. Yay. This is all part of the same floor. So yeah, I mean the first DLC is basically done. We'll move on to the second DLC, which I think is kind of more of the same. It's more, it only goes to I think it only goes to 300, so we're only 50 levels down at this point with both my characters. If, in fact, that's what we're using, is those two characters. I think it is. This is the centerpiece thing, okay. Alright, that's cool. We seem to be done there. So yeah, you know, it's fine. There won't be as much grinding because I've already done most of it. When we started that DLC, we were level about 100-ish. We went up to 250, which was, you know, that was a bit of a grind for sure. It took me a few hours to do that, but going from 250 to 300 shouldn't be too terribly difficult, I don't think. We'll find out, but I'm assuming that my levels will transfer over. I'm also assuming we're using the same characters. I actually don't know for sure that's true, but... Okay, moving on. We unlocked the Super Saiyan God, which is, like, I guess the last transformation there is in Dragon Ball world. I take it. So both Vegeta and Goku can do that. That's fine. Actually, I take that back. There's another. I know there's another in DLC 2. There's another one that's gonna come. I think it's Super Saiyan God SS or something like that. So yeah. Okay, how we doing? 45%. Nice. Moving right along. So yeah, we'll continue on with that. Like I said, I wasn't too pleased about the fact that I couldn't finish the first DLC totally. That's a bummer. I mean, I could try and do it. That kind of thing. It's just irritating more than fun. I don't find that kind of thing fun. But whatever. Just throwing a bullet sponge and no ability to heal yourself. That's just great. To me, that's not really. That's just lazy. But whatever. It is what it is. I'll get through it somehow. I suppose. Like I said, I'll probably go in at level 300 and try to do it then, because then the amount of damage that he does to you is reduced, like when you're above their level. So it might be doable if I am, you know, careful and stuff. The problem is I think there's also the same sort of situation, and I'm guessing it's exactly the same in the second DLC. And he'll be level 300, and that'll be the level cap, and there's no going beyond that, so I'm still going to have to do that over there. I hope to God they'll let me use my healing items, but we'll see. I think there's a power that heals you, so that's not an item, that's a power, and that might be something that I will look into. If I can heal, then that fight won't be any big deal. If I can heal, I can heal, you know? It's not that big of a problem. So yeah, I think there is a power that'll heal you. I'll have to look into it. But okay, my atrium floor is like 2/3 done. Looks like we're heading for the back, yeah. And then that rear entrance platform needs work. Sure. Hey. And the front looks pretty good. All right. Let's keep working our way back. We'll do all the trim as well as the floor. Nice. Okay. How are we doing? I feel like the atrium floor meter hasn't moved at all. That's fine. We'll get it. So let's talk about the Mortals, which went fine. I decided to do a little bit of questing today and did some of the main quests, or at least one mission of the main quest, because there's quite a bit in Forge Lands, and I haven't really tackled any of the quests in Forge Lands, but there's quite a lot. So we've mostly been exploring, but so yeah, I decided this week we would do a little bit of questing. So I did like the first part of the main quest, and that went fine. I went into a vault that they called a 2-star vault and had a bit of trouble with it. Actually ended up dying once, like full-on dying. Fortunately, I have that perk where that you can die once and it'll resurrect you, like for one time. Hey, look at that. Ta-da. Nice. Gotta love when it starts dinging at you. So that went off, and I didn't die as well. I mean, I fell off of the stupid thing a few times, but I guess that doesn't count as a death. It just puts you back. It reduces your health a little bit and puts you back on the platform. So that's not too bad, but Yeah, it was a little bit. I mean, and they were calling that a 2-star vault, and I don't know. They're starting to get pretty difficult, I feel like, those vaults. I like them and stuff. I mean, because I love platforming and puzzling. That's fun. But man, they're starting to get tricky. I feel like, I don't know. We haven't really had a 1-star vault in a long time, and I'm wondering if we're not going to get any more because they've decided that the 1-star vaults are all in the, the first area, and that we're done with that now. Because we haven't gotten a 1-star vault in like a million years. So. Okay, let's get this pillar. But yeah, I did the vault, and then I did the mission. It was fine. Got a new blessing, which might be useful. We're working on the Hephaestus line right now. And let me tell you, he's nothing like the Hephaestus you see in God of War. Not even a little bit. How's this entrance pillar like this dirty still? We're not even halfway? Really? I feel like we should be halfway. Okay. Huh. That's weird. It's maybe halfway. Okay. Cool, cool. See, now we're nearly there. Okay, what are we missing? This thing, okay. There we go. Nice. Other pillar. Yeah, see, you can't get close with that thing. It leaves all these streaks on the thing. Then I gotta go back and clean them anyway, so. It doesn't seem to do that when it's far away. Like, you know, just when it's close. Okay. Very good. Ding. Nice. 48%. Wow, we're halfway there. Just about. Okay. Where was I on the floor? We'll get this entrance done. Did I do that at trim? I did, yeah. Okay, cool. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Here's the entrance floor. So that wall trim actually isn't quite finished. Why ever not? There we go. Be finished, please. Okay. Moving on. Continue on with our atrium floor, which is, looks like it's closing in on about 80%. So, let me talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, which we had a successful episode. I did my 2 levels. You know, I did a fair bit of port exploration. I picked up some red hats. We're now at ×4 stud multiplier, so we're picking up money fairly rapidly. We're still not at a point where money's meaningless or anything. We still can't afford a lot of things, but I have more than I had, and so I'm using it to pick up some interesting red hats. I picked up the Red Hat Finder, which is key. I picked up a couple of characters that were wandering around that I hadn't bought yet, so that was good. But the thing with Pirates today, and the thing with Pirates in general, is that it is very crashy. It does crash to the desktop more often than I would like. And it did it again today. Now, I think it's a little more stable than it was since we dropped the resolution down to 1080p. But it still has a tendency to crash, and I think I hear people say that Pirates is probably the buggiest of the bunch of the games. So maybe that's just, we have to live with it. I don't know what else to do to fix it. I've already done everything I know how to do, so I'm not going to mess with it. We're coming up on 2/3 of the way through the game, so it's fine. We'll just have to deal. But the problem is that it never crashes at the beginning of the level. It always crashes at the end, and those levels are not short. So I had a crash right at the end of the level. Had to start it again. And the thing is, I'm trying to go through it as fast as possible, because when I start it again, like, you guys will see the original, like, pre-crash stuff. When I'm going through it again, that stuff all gets cut out because it's stuff you've already seen. So I'm trying to go through it just as fast as I can, and I end up missing stuff that I should have gotten. So I had to, you know, I finished off the level for you guys. Like, we picked back up where I left off, and ended up having missed 2 or 3 ships in a bottle, which I think I had gotten in the original playthrough, like the one that crashed, but I had missed them because I was trying to go too fast, and just, yeah, like, I'm positive I got them. In fact, I know I did. So you guys had seen me get the bottles, but I didn't get them in the replay, so I had to go back in and get them again. It was just, you know, and those levels, like I say, they're not short. I was in that level for 45 minutes when it crashed on me. And that was towards right at the end, of course. So it is annoying, and it does cause me a lot of grief. But We'll just have to deal. It is what it is. It didn't crash again. That's the only thing, is you just don't, you never know. You could end up right back in the same place and it crash again on you. So I don't know what its problem is. We had some crash issues with Lego Star Wars 3, but I kind of knew how to get around them, because it was always certain characters that would cause the game to crash, like certain, if you were running through the hub world with certain characters. So I always stuck with the main characters because I knew those wouldn't crash the game, and it was fine. This one, I've seen no pattern to what causes it to crash. So, but I mean, on the good side, since we moved the VSync, or turned the VSync back on, everybody does what they're supposed to do. There's none of that weird bugginess we were having with that, so that's good. That's something anyway. Oh, the Satrian floor is nearly done. Nice. But other than the game crash, it went fine. You know, it took me like 2.5 hours in total to record that episode, because, you know, it's free play, so they're going to be long. Because, you know, you're having to hunt through it very carefully and make sure you get everything. I do have the ship in the bottle finder, the collectible finder, but even so. Okay, the Satrian floor is done, except it's still not complete. I really don't want to have to clean up all these splotches for this to go off. Doesn't seem like I should have to do this for something this big. Okay. Alright, what is causing this not to go off? It can't just be all this little splotchiness. Something major is missing somewhere. Well, this is annoying. What the hell? What is causing that? Come on, you damn floor. Alright, seriously. This is actually rather annoying. Um, okay. What the hell? What is the issue here? Like, I don't even see anything. Is it me? Am I missing something? I don't really understand what the problem is. Here, this is the entrance. Oh, that's actually not. It's the atrium floor. Okay. Maybe something's on this this little gold thing. Let's go check the other side. Although I think that is actually entrance. Yeah. I have no idea why this isn't dinging. This thing is like spotless. Am I out? For God's sakes. I shouldn't be out. Hang on a second. What? Stone. Give me that. $39 liters. Plenty. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think it's just being a pain in the ass. I don't understand. It shouldn't be. These little tiny itty bitty specks should not be preventing it from being clean. So I don't know what its problem is. The only thing I could think of is there's something over here that I'm not seeing. Like on this gold floor. It's hard to see because of the light. I don't see anything. I mean, come on. You know what? I'm done with that. We'll figure it out later. Maybe it'll pop itself on its own. I don't know what its problem is. That's ridiculous. Maybe there's another piece to it somewhere that I'm not seeing. Okay, let's get this pillar. Yeah, so So I guess that's the games. I don't really have anything else to say about them. Because I'm only doing 4 games this week instead of 5, it's going to be kind of a light editing week. That's kind of nice. Okay, Mr. Pillar. There you go. Thank you. Okay, very good. Cool, cool. Get these other pillars. And I've got to get these under his ways and stuff. Hang on a second here, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to pause this for just a second. I'll be back in just a minute.
squeak your toy? You have to squeak the toy?
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, let's get back to this. Alright, what were we doing? Let's do these pillars. Hey, we hit the 50% mark. Nice. Cool. Okay. That guy's done. Cool, cool. We have one more, right? Yep, we sure do. So, yeah, you know, like I say, I don't want to spend all my time talking about these games. They're fine. I feel like, so we just finished Destroy All Humans, and Destroy All Humans 2 is coming on the new channel, not on the old channel. Or the current channel, not really the old channel, but the current channel. Which, if you guys haven't read my post on that subject, you probably, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's a good place to find out. I don't really understand this stupid atrium floor. It's gonna drive me. There must be something somewhere, because those little tiny spots are not gonna cause that not to finish. There's something like down here or something that's part of that floor somewhere that is weird. Maybe it'll fix itself. Okay, let's work on this, shall we? Let's see, where does that roof start? I can't even see. All right. Okay. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think the next game that'll finish is going to be Lego. Because we only have 8 more episodes to do on that one. But I could be wrong. It could be God of War. God of War is getting pretty close, I think, to being done with the main game. But I know there is still the DLC to do. So and I have no idea how long that is. So yeah. And Dragon Ball doesn't have huge miles to go. We have all the DLCs to get through, so I mean things are progressing, and I think we're halfway through Immortals. So it's progressing fine. I don't think there's like the situation I had with Horizon Forbidden West, where it was like we played that game for a year and a half. I don't think we're in that situation right now. Although we've been playing Dragon Ball for like, we've been playing Dragon Ball for a year. We've been playing God of War for a year. So I mean, yeah, they will be long games, but we're more than halfway. We're like 3/4, 80% of the way through those games. So. Okay, Mr. Atrium Wall. So that's part of the wall still too. No, how very dare you. There we go. There's a ding, finally. Jeez. Okay. Alright, looking pretty good up there. Let's go to the other side. Let's go work on this. I'm going to back up and see if I can do it this way. This might work. This is pretty fast, this thing. So... you gotta be back though. That might be too far. There we go. There's a sweet spot. So yeah, I feel like we'll be switched over to the new channel pretty much within the next 6 months. I don't feel like we should have that much of a delay. And then the current channel will be swapped over to long plays. And who even knows where I'm going to find the time to do those edits. But I should only have to do them every couple of weeks or so. And it shouldn't take too much. I mean, they're going to be long videos, yes, for sure. But the editing is pretty much already going to be done. I'm just going to mush them together into one big long video and do some light editing, some real light editing, just basically taking out the front ends and back ends and stuff. There you go. Nice. That's the plan anyway. Okay. I like it. I just don't understand what your problem is. Oh, that's gonna make me crazy. I'm there's got to be something that's like part of that that I'm not realizing. Is it this? Did I miss something here? No, that's part of the centerpiece. Maybe when I do the centerpiece it'll fix itself. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to bother to worry about it right now because it may fix itself. Okay, this part. That's a cool design. Huh. Mural's done. Frame's done. Sweet. It's hard to tell now. I'm losing my ability to see what's the ceiling and what's the wall. This looks like it's all part of the wall. Okay, we're good. I do have to say, this is a pretty fast little thing, as long as you don't get too close. Like right now we're too close, but... yeah, you can see it left streaks. Okay. Come on, mouse. Cool, cool. A little bit streaky, but should be all right. There you go, there you go. More dinging. Nice. What is that? Alcove wall. Alright, what's preventing this from going off? It's the ceiling, right? I mean, yeah, that's the ceiling for sure. There, well, there you go. Cool, got it. Excelente. The ceiling wall. Okay. It's both a ceiling and a wall. Okay, we're getting too close. We gotta get back off. It's streaking. Something fierce. Okay. Where did we start? I don't even remember. It was like 30%, 35%, something like that. Something a little under 40 for sure. So we got messages today, so. Yeah, definitely streaky. But it should be all right. Okay. Cool, cool. This is still part of the wall. Okay, that's the entrance wall. Nice. Okay, that whole section is done. Sweet. This whole section is not done. Less sweet. But we are at 59%, so. Cal here. There's no chance of getting near the volcano's rim, but I've spotted something weird. I'm going for a closer look. Oh, careful, everybody. Don't get sucked into the volcano. It's not good for you. Ding. It's an abandoned mobile mining drill, and it's broken into the magma chamber itself. We found a mining drill? The operation likely destabilized the whole place. What has the mayor done? I don't know. Maybe he was looking for his cat. Okay. Cool. Whew, streaky, streaky, but hey, it'll work. We're too close. I gotta get back off a little bit. Okay, is this still atrium wall? No. Uh-oh. That might not be sufficient. Just like clean this down a little bit more. It's too splotchy. Although, honestly, that bit of splotchiness shouldn't make that much of a difference. If I have to hose this all down after doing it with the thing, this may not be the best thing to use. Nah, that's way too much for it to be just these splotches. This is the same situation as, okay, it's this. This is all atrium wall as well. Okay. I see what the problem is. As I say that, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Oh, hang on. There you go. There's your problem. There's your problem. Alright. How's it looking? Oh, the ceiling is bad. The ceiling is not good. I would like to get the ceiling done. Or the entrance is done. Including the ceilings. Cool. I'm gonna be disappointed if there's not a secret room in this pyramid. Pyramids are supposed to have secret rooms. That's the deal. That is the social contract that we have established with pyramids. They must have secret rooms. So I want to see the secret room. Okay, how are we looking? Ding. There you go. Cool. Other side. The other entrance. The atrium outer ceiling. So we've already done the entrance, actually. Now we are just working our way inward. With this tool, you just got to accept a certain level of splotchiness until it cleans itself off. It's just how it is with this particular one. Although I find it odd that this thing isn't further along than it is. Feels like we're further on than what it's showing. Although, does it go? Maybe it goes all the way around. Yeah, it could be. Okay, let's do the alcove ceiling. Let's get this done. We're kind of working our way from the outside in, so this makes sense to do. What am I stuck on? What am I stuck? Come on. There we go. That looks good. Other side. Oh, this whole alcove needs to be done. Okay. Clearly we have neglected this alcove. Shouldn't that be... I guess that's not. That's all part of the same thing. Right. Mm-hmm. You guys have been quiet today. I feel like I've been quiet today. But that's fine. I don't know what else to share with you guys. I mean, the new channel's coming along fine. We got the animation finalized for the the pre-roll for all the videos. That little, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like that little 7-second intro video of mine for long play. Like we have something similar for Sum Total, which I'm quite excited for because it looks good. The guy did a good job. I hired somebody to do it, and it looks good. I'm quite pleased with the results, and can't wait for you guys to see it. That's done. The logo's done. I think everything's pretty well set up. I'll have to do some setup when I do the first video, just to do, like upload settings and stuff, but that's fine. Okay. Whew. How we doing? How long have we been going for? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, that's not bad. I wonder if we can get the entire bottom done. I'm not really sure. Maybe. It's not a huge amount more. Just like the central area. Ding. Ding. Too close, that's the problem. More dinging. More dinging. at that. Alcove complete. Nice. Okay. Still working on the ceiling. This is more of the outer ceiling. Sorry, I'm just kind of zoning. How all y'all doing? I'm I don't know if I have many plans for this weekend. If it's nice outside, and I think it is, I'm gonna try and work outside for a little while. I did some yesterday, but I could do more. Which is fine. I gotta get my backyard worked on. It's in bad shape. We pulled, I may have told you guys this before, but we pulled permits a couple of years ago to do the backyard, like a deck and a porch and a patio and all that kind of stuff. And I started working on it, and then of course I broke my ankle, and then my wife got sick, and it just went by the wayside. Of course, you know, there was no time to work on that kind of stuff when all that was happening, and I think the city got a little annoyed with me because you're not really supposed to do that. When you pull permits, you're supposed to really start like working on it right away and get it done within a certain period of time. They don't like for it to just sit around. So I got to get back to it. I probably have to renew the permits or something, but they're probably going to give me grief about it. There's a certain amount of stuff that I can do without permits, like the flower beds and stuff, which is what I'm going to be working on. But a little later on this summer, I want to get a couple things done that are going to require them to do inspections, and I don't know how that's all going to work out. Okay. The outer ceiling's coming along. But yeah, I got to get on that. The backyard's been a mess for like 10 years now. And yeah, we were going to fix it up, but then a lot of stuff happened, and that all kind of didn't work out. And I don't have the kind of money that I used to have. So there's the cost factor too. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all flies. Okay, that's working. Oh, the atrium outer ceiling is almost done. Nice. I think this might be the last section right here. Ding. Nice. Okay, now we're moving on to the atrium inner ceiling. I still see dirt over here. Why is that? The atrium ceiling wall is still dirty. Boo! How very dare you? That's right. Let's just be clear. We'll have none of that. Okay. Wow, that didn't work. Okay, the inner ceiling seems significantly smaller, and therefore not as difficult. Although probably harder to get ding for that very reason. Okay. I tell you guys, I'm getting hungry. It's almost lunchtime. Gotta figure out something to eat. Guys, what time is it? It's only 9:30. Okay. Well, maybe it's breakfast time. Ding. Nice. Okay. Excuse me, guys. I made it to 76%. We're 3/4 of the way done. Let's go with the yellow one. This seems like the better one to use on floors. I'm still trying to get this frickin' floor to ding off for me. I don't know what's going on with that. It's annoying. Okay, what is that? Oh, it's like, what's happening there? That's part of that. I'm with you. Okay. All these stairs here. Okay. I see how it is. Let's get the stairs done. Nice. Cool. Okay. Got these little nooks and crannies. It's making things difficult. All right, looks good. Alrighty. This guy. Well, this 4 centerpiece is not going super fast, is it? That's alright. It's fine. It's a cool little piece, this whole set. But it is kind of difficult. There's a lot of bits and bobs. Okay. How we doing? Maybe a quarter of it done? Come on. Didn't do that one, but that's alright. I keep looking for something that's atrium floor. There's got to be some piece somewhere that's considered atrium floor that I haven't gotten yet, because there's no way those little teeny tiny specks are going to cause that not to go off. There's some kind of major piece that I'm missing somewhere. Not even necessarily major, but big enough to keep it from dinging on me. And I keep waiting for it to show itself. It's gotta be. It'll show itself eventually. Okay, we got more stairs. Okay. Cool. Stairs done. You know what's not done is this. Let's do this. We'll do everything that's raised. I mean, I realize this inner side is also the centerpiece, but we'll get that later. Alright, little triangle guy. Cool. Looking good. We're almost halfway through the atrium centerpiece. See? That's why you can't. Yeah. There was a little bit maybe hanging over the edge. Alright, well, there you go. At least that's done. I can stop thinking about it. How we doing? Not there yet. All right. Okay. Stairway done. More or less. Looks pretty good. Okay. A couple more sections to go. The upstairs, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because it is a pyramid, but I'm going to say the upstairs must be significantly smaller than the downstairs. Because, We're already 78% complete. And when we started, we were somewhere in the 30s. So we picked up like something like 40% just in this area. Which doesn't leave a whole lot of percentage left over for the upper section. Especially given I'm still not even done with this. At the bottom. So, yeah. Alright, we're like 2/3 of the way through the atrium floor centerpiece. Okay, moving on. So, actually one thing I could talk about, if you guys haven't read the post, the future of this channel is going to be long play videos, which I'm thinking will be about 10 hours a piece, with no commentary. Yeah, it's not going to be brand new content. It's just going to be the content that's over on Sum Total Games that's going to be taken. I'm going to remove the commentary, squish together about 10 episodes or so, something like whatever comes out to about 10 hours, and post them here. That's going to be what this channel is for. Because some people do, for some reason, not me, but some people like no commentary videos, and they want to see, you know, that's what they want to see when they come to a long play channel. So that's what we're going to do. The question becomes, where in the heck am I going to find the time to do, you know, 10-hour long videos, even if it's, you know, already recorded and edited. The basic edit is going to be done, right? Because we'll have edited it for the other channel. And all I'm doing is smushing them together. But I'm going to have to do some editing. It's not going to be completely edit-free. Without commentary, you need to take out the probably the front end where I'm probably introducing stuff, and the back end where I'm going over, you know, what we did that day and, you know, the summary kind of stuff. So I mean, it's not going to be totally edit free, but each video, you know, and I'll have to do that for each video 10 times because there's 10 videos smushed together, right? So it, you know, it is going to take some time. The question is, where am I going to find that time at? And that's a good question. We'll have to see how it goes. I don't think it'll take a lot of time. You know, it will take time though, is uploading 10-hour videos. That'll take a minute. But I think that's what I want to do, is 10 hour. I don't know. I haven't really totally locked it in yet. You know, we're not there yet. We still haven't even uploaded the first video over on Sum Total. But I'm thinking that's what I want to do. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like my days are pretty filled already. So just have to figure it out. I'll have to figure something out. Because I do want to keep this channel going in some capacity. We don't want to just throw it away. And I think it's a good use for this channel. I just don't know quite how that all's gonna work. Okay, I'd say this side's pretty good. Okay, the centerpiece is just about done. Goes up to the podium. Okay. Well, then let's go up to the podium. Yeah, I don't know. We could lose the streaming, and then I would have time to do those other edits, but I don't know that I necessarily want to do that. We'll see. It is one possibility. I mean, something's going to have to give, right? I don't have. There's not an infinite number of hours in the week for me to do this kind of stuff, so I have to find the time somewhere. We shall see. Okay. Boy, this thing is like caked on here, isn't it? Looks like we're getting close, though. All right. Moving right along. How we doing? How long have we been going? I can't see my timer. Why can't I see my timer? Oh, there it is. 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's fine. We're moving. We're going along fine. I'll try and. Yeah, we should be able to finish this bottom bit, one would think. And then next week we can move on to the top bit. And well, there you go. We'll see what's left. Okay. This all looks pretty good, except for the center statue. So let's do the podium, which goes all the way up to the statue. Okay. Kind of work our way in. Start at the outside and just kind of work our way in. Stuff on the bottom. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. My coffee's getting cold. Which makes sense. It's been sitting for 3 hours. But it's in a insulated mug, so. But even so. tell you what, let's go up to the gold pedestal thing. Okay, it's good from that angle. Cool, cool. Alrighty. All right, got the underneath bits, the on top bits. If you guys have any, like, there's literally nobody here right now, but if you have any thoughts or opinions, like if you're watching this later on YouTube, about the change to coming to the channel, or the new channel, or what have you, I mean, certainly feel free to express. It's not that it's going to change my mind or anything, because it's already a done deal. But you know, let me know what you guys think. You know, I why can't I stand up? There we go. I did say my reasons for doing what I did, or for the reasons for the change. You know, mistakes were made, and they were my fault. And nobody to blame but myself. But I feel like this channel, in its current format, is dead. It's dead. I mean, as evidenced by the fact that I'm on stream and there's literally nobody here. So, you know. It is what it is. You know, you can't blame the algorithm or YouTube for doing what they're doing. They've got like millions of channels to do and a limited amount of space to promote channels, so they can't give, if a channel's not performing well under its as defined by its algorithm, then you know it's not going to get promoted. That's understandable, and we just aren't doing well, and that's for reasons that I laid out. We've had negative subscriber growth for a couple of years now since I did my since I did the advertising, the Google advertising. Oh, there are traces of odd, luminous ore everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. Okay. Hang on, there's something else up here. Is there more to that sentence? Are we going to get more? Look out! An aircraft just shot straight out of the volcano and it's headed your way. Oh yeah? I don't see an aircraft. So anyway, as I was saying, I advertised this channel, and since then, those people who subbed, which is about 10,000 subs, that's, you know, it's not that the advertising didn't work. It worked, but those people that it advertised to, you know, weren't necessarily interested in my stuff, so they don't really come and watch it. Which begs the question, why did they subscribe? But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, this podium goes up this thing, so let's go to this. They don't watch, and so I don't get enough views for a channel that has as many subscribers as I have, per the algorithm. At least that's, I'm assuming that's true. You know, like I said before, YouTube doesn't publish its algorithm specs. I'm not even sure they know what they are because it's an AI kind of thing. But you know, the algorithm sees my channel, sees my subs, and sees how many views I get. And it's like, well, that can't be a good channel because no one, you know, all those subs are not watching the videos. So therefore, it doesn't promote it, and it doesn't promote it. I don't get views, and the algorithm goes, hey, look, this channel's not getting views, so we're not going to promote it. So it's like this cycle, right? And once you get into a cycle like that, it's hard to get out of. So I feel like, you know, it is what it is. I did it to myself. I thought, since it was the official Google advertising platform, like not it wasn't unofficial. It's the official one. It's the one that YouTube encourages you to use. I thought it couldn't hurt anything. Oh boy, was I wrong about that. It very definitely did hurt stuff. No question about it. So, yeah. So that's, I mean, I've laid this out in the post that I made, but of course it's all only my own theory, right? Because again, they don't tell you what the algorithm's doing, is if they even know, which I'm not convinced they do. Okay. Podium's coming along. We're like 80%, right? Let's see. Can I get up on this thing? Do I want to get up on this thing? What's the best way to do this? Because I'm not getting underneath this. Okay, hang on. We can do this like this. Maybe. Maybe like this. Okay, we're like 90%. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, this top is also part of the podium as well. It may not be entirely necessary to get all this down in here. It doesn't really hurt. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're just about there. Cool. Should be dinging any second. There you go. Nice. Okay, Mr. Statue. Let's talk about you, my bud. This can be tricky. Lots of nooks and crannies. How are we doing? Okay. Seems all right. Yeah. We're kind of close in. It keeps changing angles on me. Cool, cool. looking pretty good. How we doing? Oh, like 40%. Nice. Faster than I thought it was going to go. Statue Trident. Okay, the Trident has its own thing. You know, come to think of it, I may not be able to get all of this statue from on the first floor. And I don't really want to go up to the second floor, so we may not be able to totally finish this. But we'll get everything we can. Okay, he's got his own. The backpack has its own little counter as well. No wonder the statue was going so fast. They've got it broken down into parts. Yeah, I think some of this we're going to have to do from the top. For sure. So we may not be able to get all of it today. So I don't want to go up to the top. But we'll get as much as we can from below. Why am I going that way? Not pushing the button that way. Okay. Shoot. I really want to fall off. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Yep, guys, I think, well, we can get maybe just a little bit more on the backpack. But I think we've about done what we can from down here. Which is a pretty good chunk. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I think we've done what we can. Pretty much. I mean, I could probably sit here and mess with it, but it would be a lot easier to do this from the top. And I don't really want to go up top right now. So, yeah, pretty good. I think we're good. We've completed the entire outside. We've completed the entire inside bottom layer. So we just have the top to do, I think, and whatever else is left. We'll finish it off next time. But yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I think we're in good shape. So, yep. All right, guys. Well, I feel like we are done here for today, so I'm going to sign off here and get to doing some other stuff for today. Thanks for stopping by for those of you. Oh, hey, Evra. Dude, you keep coming in right at the end of my streams. You're gonna start to think that I'm avoiding you, man. I'm not. It's just I'm just finishing up. Are you still on? I don't actually see you on. Maybe you're not. Maybe you left. How long ago did you leave that message? I apologize, man, if I missed you. But yeah, I'm just heading off. I think I'm done for today. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping in. If you stopped in, Evra, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. We'll finish this off next time, and yeah, get this done. So, all right, gang. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.